Hey, fellow RV enthusiasts. My name is Tim, and I'm the AI travel guru. I'm a retired tech pro who sold my house and bought an RV. I'm planning to live full time in the RV for at least the next 10 years. You know how we all use our smartphones to plan our trips these days? Apps like Google Maps, Apple Maps, and even dedicated GPS devices are our go-to tools. But guess what? AI is about to turn travel planning on its head. I've put together a podcast to help you navigate this exciting new world of navigation technology. It's packed with info on how AI is making travel easier and more fun. Whether you're a seasoned RV traveler or just starting, this podcast will help you decide if you want to use AI to make your next adventure even better. And the best part? I've made these podcasts so you can listen to them while you're on the road, so you can enjoy the journey as much as the destination. Be sure to listen to the whole podcast because it really is some great food for thought and will help you wrap your head around how AI is going to change everything. Enjoy the journey and please subscribe, like, and share.
Okay, get this. We're diving deep into the history of navigation today.
Ooh, that's a big one.
It is, right.
Mhm.
And we're going to be talking about how we as humans have gone from
Yeah.
using landmarks and the stars to having an AI plan your entire vacation.
Wow, it's a huge leap, isn't it?
Huge, right?
Yeah.
So let's unpack this and we'll start with how our ancestors found their way around.
Right.
You know, I was reading this account of directions that mention things like the colossal stone resembling a mammoth and following the river until you reach the singing bird.
Wow.
Can you imagine trying to give directions like that today?
It really paints such a vivid picture, doesn't it?
It does.
It's like these directions weren't just about points on a map, you know?
Right.
They were woven into the fabric of their world, incorporating the scent of berry bushes or even
Yeah.
like the sound of wolves howling at night.
It's so multisensory. And,
Yeah.
and it makes me wonder, did they experience space and direction differently than we do?
That's a fascinating question.
You know, we have GPS telling us exactly where to go.
Yeah.
Did they have a more intuitive sense of their surroundings because they were so attuned to these subtle environmental cues?
Well, it's interesting you say that because studies have shown
Yeah.
that people who rely on traditional navigation methods often develop
Uh-huh.
a heightened spatial awareness.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and memory, they might remember
Okay.
intricate details of the landscape, almost like creating a mental map in their minds.
So it wasn't just about
Right.
following a set of instructions.
It wasn't a list, right?
Oh,
It
yeah.
was about building a relationship with the landscape,
Yeah.
understanding its rhythms and patterns.
And these directions were passed down through generations, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they became more than just ways to get from A to B. It was stories connecting people to their history,
Yeah.
their ancestors,
Yeah.
and their land.
That's a beautiful way to think about it.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like each journey was a retelling of their cultural narrative.
I like that.
But things changed, right?
Yeah. I mean,
We shifted to maps and GPS.
of course.
And suddenly, it's all about, like, precision and efficiency.
Yeah. The invention of maps really marked a significant turning point.
It did.
Suddenly, you could visualize vast spaces, right?
Mhm.
Measure distances and standardize our understanding of the world.
Right.
And then with GPS, well, we have instant access to our location and directions to almost anywhere on the planet.
Yeah.
It's completely revolutionized how we move.
It really has, but I do love the convenience
Of course.
of just typing in an address on my phone and following the
Yeah.
course prompts. But
Yeah.
has we lost something in this transition? You know,
Intentionally, yeah.
have we sacrificed that deeper connection to the environment that our ancestors had?
I think it's a trade-off, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've gained incredible efficiency
Right.
and ease of travel,
Right.
but we may have lost
Yeah.
some of that intuitive, embodied understanding of space.
It makes me wonder if there's a way to combine the best of both worlds, you know?
Yeah.
Can we embrace the benefits of technology without completely losing touch with our innate navigation skills?
I think that's the challenge, right?
Yeah.
Finding that balance.
Yeah.
And as we go further into AI and its role in travel planning, we'll see this tension between technology and instinct play out even more dramatically.
Right.
But before we jump into that,
Yeah.
I'm curious, what are your thoughts on this shift from landmarks to GPS.
Well,
Have you ever found yourself relying on your phone even when you know the way?
all the time.
Really?
I catch myself reaching for my phone even when I'm walking to a familiar cafe just a few blocks away.
Wow.
It's like my brain has become reliant on that digital crutch.
That's so relatable.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, and it speaks to how technology is subtly shaping our habits.
Yeah.
And even, perhaps, our perception of space and distance.
But hold on, because things are about to get even more interesting as we explore the world of AI travel agents.
Oh.
This is where technology isn't just guiding our journey,
Right.
it's actually crafting it for us.
Okay. AI travel agents.
Yeah.
That seems like something straight out of science fiction, right?
I know, right?
Like an AI that knows your favorite coffee shop
Yeah.
and can like book a table for you in a different language.
It does sound futuristic,
Yeah.
but it's becoming a reality.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
AI is
Mhm.
being used to personalize travel experiences.
Okay.
And it's not just about like booking flights and hotels anymore. It's about
Right.
creating a curated itinerary
Mhm.
based on your preferences, your interests,
Yeah.
even your budget.
I read that some AI platforms can suggest things like, hey, since it's going to be sunny this afternoon,
Yeah.
why not check out that outdoor market you were interested in?
Right. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's almost like having a friend who knows the city really well, giving you recommendations.
Right? Yeah.
But isn't there a risk that it becomes too curated?
Mm.
You know, like I enjoy the spontaneity of travel,
Sure.
like stumbling upon a hidden gem
Yeah.
or taking a detour because something caught my eye.
I understand that.
Does relying on an AI take that away?
That's a valid concern, and,
Yeah.
and it brings up a bigger question about the role of serendipity in travel.
Uh-huh.
Some would argue that the joy of discovery
Right.
lies in the unexpected
Yeah.
and venturing off the beaten path.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, personally, some of my most memorable travel moments have been those unplanned detours,
Oh, really?
you know?
Yeah.
Like that time I got completely lost in a small Italian village.
Oh, wow.
And I ended up having the most amazing meal with a local family,
That's fantastic.
you know? Would an AI have factored that in?
Well, maybe not that specific experience, but
Uh-huh.
AI isn't about eliminating those
Yeah.
spontaneous moments.
Okay.
It's more about optimizing the framework of your trip.
Yeah, handling the logistics so you have more mental space
I see.
for those serendipitous encounters.
So it's less about dictating your every move and
Right.
more about providing a foundation that allows for flexibility and spontaneity.
Precisely.
Okay.
Think of it as having a super efficient travel assistant
Uh-huh.
who handles all the boring stuff. Booking flights, finding the best deals on accommodation,
Right.
making sure you have transportation sorted out.
Yeah.
That leaves you free to embrace the unexpected
Okay.
and truly be present in the moment.
I'm starting to see the appeal, but how does this AI actually work? Like,
Well-
does it just pull data from travel websites and reviews?
It's a combination of things.
Okay.
AI travel platforms,
Yeah.
they use vast amounts of data, right?
Yeah.
Travel reviews, weather patterns,
Uh-huh.
even social media trends. And they analyze your past travel history,
Oh, wow.
your preferences, and your online activity to build a profile
Mm.
of what you enjoy.
So it's not just about finding the cheapest flight.
No,
It's about understanding what kind of traveler you are, what you value in an experience.
exactly.
Ah.
And as these platforms learn more about you,
Yeah.
the recommendations become even more tailored.
Really?
Yeah, and they can even adapt in real time,
Oh, wow.
suggesting alternatives if your flight's delayed or if there's a sudden change in the weather.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Let's shift gears for a moment and talk
Sure.
about a specific application of AI travel planning.
Okay.
That's really fascinating.
Okay.
RV trips.
I-
I know we have some sources that delve into how AI can create like
Yeah.
detailed itineraries for RV travelers,
Absolutely.
taking into account all sorts of specific needs.
Yeah. Planning an RV trip involves
Yeah,
a whole different set of considerations
right.
compared to traditional travel.
Right. You have to think about things like the size
Yeah.
and weight of your RV,
Uh-huh.
whether you need hookups for water and electricity,
Right.
and where you're allowed to park overnight.
Exactly. And
And let's not forget,
Something-
like, finding campgrounds that are pet-friendly or have amenities.
yeah, like laundry facility.
Yeah, laundry facilities.
Yeah.
It can be a lot to juggle.
It really can.
Yeah.
And that's where AI can be incredibly helpful.
Okay.
It can take all those factors into account,
Uh-huh.
along with your personal preferences.
Yeah.
Whether you prefer like secluded boondocking spots or bustling RV parks with lots of activities.
For those who might not be familiar
Yeah,
with the term boondocking,
right.
could you explain what that means?
Of course, boondocking essentially means camping off-grid
Okay.
without hookups to water or electricity.
Okay.
It's a popular choice for RV travelers who want to experience
Right.
more remote and natural settings.
So it sounds like an AI travel planner for RVers would be like a dream come true.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could find you the perfect campsite
Right.
based on your RV's specifications.
Your RV specs.
Yeah, your preferred level of amenities.
Yeah.
And even your interests like hiking or fishing.
Absolutely. It can even factor in things like
Yeah.
the time of year and weather conditions to suggest routes that are safe and enjoyable.
This level of customization is mind-boggling.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like having a personal travel concierge that knows your RV inside and out
Yeah.
and understands exactly what you're looking for
Yeah,
in
exactly.
a camping experience.
It's remarkable how technology is evolving to cater to these niche interests
Yeah.
like RV travel. But it does raise some interesting questions
Okay.
about the trade-offs between this level of convenience
Right.
and the potential loss of the adventurous spirit that often drives people to hit the road in an RV.
That's a great point. Does relying on an AI to plan every detail
Yeah.
take away some of the freedom and spontaneity that are so integral to the RV lifestyle? I mean, part of the appeal is being able to go wherever the road takes you, right?
Exactly.
It seems like we've hit on like a key tension here.
Yeah.
This balance between
Yes.
the efficiency and personalization that AI offers
Yeah.
and that potential loss of adventure,
Yeah.
that thrill of the unknown.
Right.
That's so central to travel, especially RV travel.
It's a question that keeps coming up.
It does.
As we go deeper into AI-driven navigation,
Yeah.
are we sacrificing something essential when we hand over the reins of our journey
Right.
to these algorithms?
It's funny, because we started this deep dive by talking about how our ancestors used landmarks and stories to navigate, Their journeys were so integrated with the environment, their culture,
Right.
even their sense of self. And now here we are talking about
Yeah.
AI that can plan every detail of our trips.
It's a striking contrast, isn't it?
It is.
And it makes you wonder, are we losing that connection to the world around us, that
Yeah.
sense of place as we become more reliant on these technologies?
I think it's a valid concern, but I'm also wondering if maybe there's a way to view AI not as a replacement for our own curiosity and adventurous spirit, but as a tool that can actually enhance it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
What if, instead of AI taking over,
Right.
we view it as a collaborator?
Okay.
A way to free up our mental space
Uh-huh.
from the logistical burdens of travel
Yeah.
so we can be more present, more open to those spontaneous moments.
I like that, a collaborator.
Collaborator.
So instead of spending hours researching campsites and plotting routes, we could have an AI do the heavy lifting.
Right.
And then we're free to wander,
Yes.
to explore,
Yeah.
to really soak in the experience.
Exactly. Imagine arriving at a stunning campsite
Yeah.
that the AI has selected
Okay.
based on your preferences, knowing that all the essentials are taken care of.
Yeah.
You're not stressed about finding a level spot for your RV
Right.
or making sure you have enough water.
Yeah.
You're free to hike, to stargaze, to connect with nature,
Yeah.
or simply relax and enjoy the view.
That sounds pretty idyllic.
It does, doesn't it?
And I can see how in that context, AI could actually facilitate a deeper connection to
Right.
the environment.
It's like if you're not preoccupied with the logistics,
Right.
you're more likely to notice the details,
Yeah.
the bird songs, the wildflowers, the subtle changes in the landscape.
It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it?
It is.
Technology, which we often associate
Yeah.
with detachment from the natural world,
Yeah.
could actually become a conduit
Right.
for a more immersive and meaningful experience of it.
Exactly.
But let's play devil's advocate for a moment.
Okay.
Some might argue that relying too heavily on AI could create a
Yeah.
homogenized travel experience.
Right.
Like everyone ends up at the same perfect campsites,
Right.
following the same optimized routes.
Yeah.
What happens to the thrill of discovering
Right.
something unique,
I see your point.
something off the beaten path?
That's a valid point, and it
Yeah.
highlights the importance of using AI as a tool, not a dictator.
Right.
we still have the power to choose
to
deviate from that suggested itinerary.
Right.
To say, you know what, I'm going to take this back road instead. Or let's skip that popular attraction and see what else we can find.
So it's about striking a balance.
I think so.
Using AI to enhance our journeys, not define them.
Exactly.
It's about retaining our agency, our curiosity, our willingness to embrace the unexpected.
Absolutely. And perhaps as AI technology continues to evolve, we'll see even more sophisticated ways to incorporate those elements of serendipity and personalization.
Like imagine an AI that instead of just giving you the most efficient route, suggests detours to hidden gems based on your interests.
Based on your interests,
Or even throws in a few random wildcard destinations just to shake things up.
Right. It's like the AI is saying, I know you like to be surprised, so here's a little something I think you might enjoy.
It's almost like a playful challenge to our sense of adventure.
And who knows, maybe that's the future of navigation, a collaboration between human curiosity and artificial intelligence.
Right.
Where each enhances the other. Leading us to discoveries we may never have made on our own.
What an incredible journey we've been on today. From ancient trails marked by mammoth-shaped rocks. To AI algorithms that can plan entire vacations.
It's mind-blowing.
It really makes you think about how far we've come.
Yeah.
And where we might be headed.
It's been a fascinating exploration.
It has.
Of how our relationship with navigation has evolved.
Right.
And how technology is shaping not just how we travel, but how we experience the world.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we leave you with this question.
Okay.
What role do you want technology to play in your own exploration and discovery? Do you embrace the efficiency and personalization it offers?
Right.
Or do you crave the freedom and serendipity of the unknown?
Right.
The answer, of course, is uniquely your own.
It is.
But hopefully this conversation has provided some food for thought as you continue to navigate the ever-evolving landscape of travel and adventure.
And remember, no matter how sophisticated our navigation tools become, the true joy of travel lies in the journey itself.
Yes.
In the connections we make, the stories we gather, and the memories we create along the way.
Beautiful said.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of navigation.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep wondering, and keep that spirit of adventure alive